Welcome back to the channel. This is my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra and I'm running the latest One UI 8.5 Beta 5. I already did a video about this because the big news, according to Samsung, is actually the fact that they have teamed up with Perplexity to power up Bixby for a very moving attempt to revive Bixby from the grave and make it as good as any other conversational agent. You're gonna go and check my video out there. Just a very short snippet here. Hey Bixby, what is the best Zelda game ever?
There is no universal best Zelda game, as opinions vary.
Alright.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is most frequent.
So you can see it's gonna use Perplexity and it's gonna give you all the sources. You can go and scrub them. Anyway, what do you think for you? Which is the best Zelda game ever made? Alright, so Bixby is clever enough to know that it's a dumb AI anyway and cannot really tell us because Bixby never played the game. Forget about this. We're here for something else. You might have seen the title of the video, and in this video I wanted to revise again the system UI and the animations and the fluidity because in few days from now Samsung are going to finally release the One UI 8.5 stable, and of course it's going to arrive first on all the new devices from the S26 lineup. So gear for that because I plan to spend a lot of money and buy the S26 Ultra. Oof, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be expensive, but here we are. And the first thing I would like to show you is the setup that I'm using. So you can see I am using Good Lock here, and I have some other modifications, but basically I'm using the dynamic gesture animation. This is just to give me like this very nice bouncy effect. And I'm gonna first test like my settings, the animations and the fluidity, and then probably just disable home up and show you the stock settings. So before we start, let me just share with you. I have a lot of apps that are open. I'm not gonna close them, and I'm gonna always start with like the first thing I want to do is like this one here. All right, we do this animation. We see the blur is applied everywhere, and it's looking great. Again, this is just my custom setting, so it's gonna be a bit different from the standard one, but nevertheless, this is how I use my phone right now. Okay, this rotation is very cool. I remember the years when even this was an issue. Now the second test. Okay, see, this is where things get heated a bit because every time I do this for the first time, it is just simply not perfect. So this is, again, a tiny thing, but I've been critiquing this since so many, probably years right now. Kind of already feel tired about this, and I really hope that they're gonna fix it, because see here is absolutely universally smooth, but then when you turn your phone like this and you engage, yeah, sometimes it is going to be a bit hard. Now, not trying to be Samsung lawyer here, fun fact is I have really a lot of applications on my phone. All right, this has been my daily driver since the moment I bought it, and of course I'm using other phones as well, but I always go with my Samsung phone. Alright, so the other first animation is like this. This one isn't that bad. Now what I want to do with you guys is some widgets. Alright, this is the weather widget. As you can see, we have everything really nice and bouncy. The whole background, the whole wallpaper zooms in and out. So no complaints here. This is really as smooth as it can get. As you can see, Brief Now is also kind of very responsive. And the next thing that I would like to test is I'm going to try to play some music. So I'm not sure, I'm just going to pick up, some random stuff. All right, let's just play some KLF music. So it's here. When I click here, we get this nice little box zooming out, which is, again, not that bad. And then I'm gonna have the player here. This is so cool, by the way, because this is, believe it or not, on my always on, and this is here on my lock screen. Those are the custom icons that I use. I can set up like do not disturb, and I can access the camera. And something that I really like about Samsung phones and One UI is like this media player is just so beautiful. It's really looking great compared to the other likes like the Xiaomi and the Oppos are just so annoying. And also what I would like to check while I'm here is what is going to happen. Okay, when I pull up the quick settings, everything's smooth and everything kind of stable. Alright, this is the volume. You can see there are some things that are a bit weird though. Pay attention when I hit up the volume and I start moving around, like the whole bar kind of extends to the full of it, which I understand the idea is just to make the whole space usable, right? But in the same time, like this transition where the bar overlaps with the icon isn't the best at the moment, right? What I would have imagined to be better is the moment I start or you engaging with this, like this icon to kind of like morph back to the bar. And the same happens here as well, right? You can see. So one thing that is good is when you start moving this, right, you can move this from everywhere. And what I'm talking about, see here guys, now I'm holding it here, and see how this icon here is gonna jump, right? It's gonna be very beautiful, like from a muted point, and the moment I put more sound, the icon, you know, just gonna change. And this is honestly what I would have thought for them to do here as well, right? Like this system UI icon here on that volume bar is really like a live icon, but this thing here feels a bit off. And the same goes also to the brightness. See here, all right? I'm gonna start moving the brightness. Oh my god, yeah, see? Now it's going to be boom at some point, like a very big yellow sun. And I think they have like only 2 states of the icons. Now, while we're here, I'm gonna do another thing. Let's try to open the clock. And okay, this is, by the way, already showcasing some of the new Samsung One UI 8.5 design. I can see this is, yeah, I don't want to say it, you know how it looks like. And this also is to be seen in the gallery, so you can see this is really how it looks like. I'm inside the gallery. Yeah, it's kind of nice, and of course very, very fluid as well. But let's go back to the clock, because what I want to try right now, I'm gonna just put, let's say, a timer, and now I'm gonna minimize it. And why I'm doing this, because right now you can see there is an overlap. I have something already playing from a media player. When I hit here, now I have the stopwatch. But, you know, I can just juggle this like this. I think this looks quite nice. The way they implemented this, the application just moving, you know, past or beyond or behind the previous one, I think is simply great. And what is going to happen right now, very important, when I go back here on my always on, I still have a running timer, and now I'm on my lock screen, and as you can see, I can juggle this as well. So in terms of navigation, the One UI 8.5 is really, really good one. But what will happen right now when I start to open some applications? So for that, I'm just gonna close everything. All right, let's just close everything. I'm also going to use Memory Garden here to just check on what is going on. So there are some things that I can clean. Personal data intelligence, is this related to the new Bixby and Perplexity? Could be. Google Play services, almost like 400 megabytes. So I'm just gonna head here to clean now. The idea will be to give you, hopefully, what is to be a very nice animation experience. But is this going to be like this? Let's try to see. So now I'm gonna go back on my home screen, and I'm gonna first start to open some apps, all right? Like, remember, I'm using here my setup, so this is the dynamic, and I'm really happy with this. I cannot think of anything that is missing here. So for me, this absolutely works as expected. And the good thing is that it really works in a continuous mode, which means that I can do this for like 30 minutes, hopefully. Never tried, by the way, and it's not going to break, it's not going to stutter, or, you know, maybe perhaps the animation are a bit accelerated when I'm using dynamic. Maybe this is not going to be so obvious on screen, but honestly, you can see the animations, they open quite nice, I know, and it's very fast. Right, so maybe it's a bit too fast for you, but honestly, if you are somehow fed up with the stock animations, then this is what you can use. And you can see also the whole zoom in, zoom out of the background is very, very good. Now I'm gonna open an application from a folder. All right, let's go open Instagram. Okay, Instagram is here, so closing it, folder, Instagram. I can just scroll down, and now I'm gonna go to the left. And to the left, maybe this is gonna be, yeah, no, even this time when I did this to the left high, there were no luck, which is kind of great. Now let me go and take Instagram from here. Also, I'm gonna take my X from here, and I'm just gonna move this folder around like that, because I always remember what you're saying, guys, hey, you should be opening applications from your home screen. Fine, get your point, this is what I'm gonna do. By the way, see the behavior when I have a folder here and I drag and drop it, okay? You just get this grid projected, which is nice, and you know where to put it. Also, you know, my whole background really blurs here, and I'm controlling this also from home up. All right, so now I'm just opening these 2 applications, and now I'm juggling between these 4 applications, the Samsung Shop, the Play Store, the Gallery, the Instagram, and the X. And honestly, I think it's great. I can also open here, you know, my dialer. All right, messages, dialer, and everything else feels so good. What about the camera? Let's open the camera. Camera feels great too, right? You can see I can open the camera and close it. So Samsung really are trying. They are really, really trying. So in terms of animations, I think they're now in a state where we can say, hey, you know, it's good enough. Let's try to open the weather widget. Fine. All right, what about Spotify? Well, yeah, you see, this is just driving me nuts, and I know it's not a Samsung issue. Sometimes it works, sometimes feels very, very off. Now I can try something else a bit more funny, so I'm gonna open X, and as I'm here, I can hold X and try to put it in a drop-up window, or just do something like a split screen. So let's try to do split screen with Spotify. All right, and by the way, you know, we have this thing that you can now do like 2080. This was introduced in one of them Android updates, so you get more usable space on one of your applications. And this works quite nice. I mean, come on, see here. There is no complaint. And I can always just go exit from here, right? And the other option is to just open the application, and I can just hold it from here and put it in a drop-up window. From here, I'm able to change some of the settings. You can see you can even just put like a system UI on top of the bar here, or I can again go to the split mode. Now what's interesting is to see what is going to happen when I just switch off the home app and I start using just like the stock settings. So I'm just going to scroll down until we are here to home app, and I'm just going to disable it, which means that all my customizations, boom, they're just gone. And how do we know? Now the first thing is when I go here, I'm going to get like the standard resets menu. So now let's try to do this one more time. By the way, you can see the stock like standard animations are a bit slower, right? Maybe they are a bit more sophisticated, or maybe they're just slowed down compared to the dynamic one. But now I'm going to try to open again the very same 5 apps. So it's Samsung Store, Play Store, Gallery, and then X again. And from what we can see on the screen, I can confirm that the One UI 8.5 Beta 5 is able to deliver a strong, impressive performance in terms of consistency. And I will never get tired of repeating this. The issue with Samsung animation was never about something else for me. It was mainly about consistency. This is this old ancient art form of deliver the same performance over time. Just think of it as a sustained performance, but for animations, which means that if I do something like this 100 times, it's going to be exactly the same way. It's going to open exactly the same way. It's going to expand exactly the same way, and it's going to close exactly the same way. And honestly, I think that we're almost there. I really hope that this is going to be the case, but you can see that I just keep doing this until at some point my thumb is starting to feel a bit numb and I get tired of all of this. But nevertheless, I still want to do this for this test, because right now it seems that One UI 8.5 animations are okay. I was just about to say are consistent, but then you see, you know, like sometimes, you know, when you completely change what you are doing, you can fall into this trap where consistency just seems to be so fragile and kind of like breaks apart. And I really hope that Samsung are gonna like fix this for the overall UI, right? Not that you can just open like 5 different applications, or probably even more, and just juggle them the moment you engage with another animation, for the whole interface to be very smooth and consistent. And now let's try to check the quick menu, right? Probably not bad. One more time. Yeah. Let me know, guys, what you think down below, as we are gearing up for the One UI 8.5 stable on the S26 Ultra. And I'll probably have to sell a kidney for that. Yeah, bye.